Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well and thank you so much for joining me for this week's reusable nappy brand review. Nappy Noos is the brand that I'm going to be talking about today. So Nappy Noos is a very small business. In fact, it's so small that it started at the end of last year, I believe. It's run by a lovely lady called Emma. She approached me on Instagram to let me know that her website and her brand exists. So the first thing that I did was buy a nappy to try it out. So this is the nappy that I went for. It is a pocket nappy after all. It has two inserts inside and I will show you how to actually fold it depending on whether you've got a girl or a boy. As you may know, if you've got a boy, you can fold the insert in a particular way so that actually it lasts you much longer. And actually, I don't know if you've seen my most recent vlog around the day in the life of a reusable nappy user. But actually, this was the only nappy that day that lasted me more than 3 hours. And even 3 hours is just an unbelievable amount for a nappy, in my opinion, to last. So I'm very happy with the quality. So let me go through all the basics first and then get into the nitty-gritty. So the business is actually UK based, which is great because I'm in the UK. As I said, it's run by Emma and she's actually a mum herself, which is perfect because she knows exactly what you want from a reusable nappy to make it practical as well as beautiful. So actually the nappy comes with two inserts. The top one is smaller and that is a mix of layers. So it's got 3 microfiber layers and 2 bamboo layers, and then the bigger insert is hemp. So they're really good quality materials that therefore makes them last a lot longer. Because of the natural materials, obviously the downfall would be the fact that it does take much longer to dry. For example, my microfibers do dry a lot quicker, whereas these guys do take at least a day and a half to dry, air dry that is. So I'm going to show you how I air dry them. I actually use one of those like hanging ones with the pegs, lots of pegs underneath, and the only thing that I did find actually drying them is that you do have to like make sure that they are still flat, that because I dry them like this, like downwards, they do sometimes crease and stuff, so I just have to flatten them out. It's not a problem really, it's just something superficial. It will no doubt work so much better on an airer, I'm sure, but the fact that I use those pegs makes that a little bit like of a crease, as I've mentioned, but not a problem for me. The crease goes away as soon as I flatten it out with my thumbs before I stuff it into the nappy. At the moment, the brand only has like 4 or 5 prints that you can choose from, but I'm sure no doubt in the future she'll come out with more. I actually chose these cute giraffes. They're the sweetest little things, aren't they? It's just like green and orange and it's like bright coloured, it's beautiful. I wanted to show you the inside as well actually. So it's quite a thick material, so I think it's kind of perfect for winter time, especially now, because it's actually keeping my baby's bottoms so much warmer. So Aiden is actually enjoying this very much now that we're in the freezing temperatures. I don't know about you guys, but it's been snowing for like the last week or so. It's been -3 degrees, so today's been -3. It doesn't usually get this cold in the UK, not that I can remember. So it's absolutely lovely to actually have an extra layer using the nappies just to make sure that it keeps him warm. Something that I do like about this nappy actually is the fact that it's got inserts that snap together. So not only are the inserts really good quality and so is the nappy, but also these inserts snap together so that they don't move around in the nappy. So although it's got 2 ways to stuff the nappy, so it's got openings on both ends, it actually makes sure that the inserts stay in place by having this mechanism of the poppers. And I must say I actually really like the poppers because they have such a satisfying sound. I don't know if you've seen my Alva nappy review, but actually I found them really difficult to snap together. I must say I haven't had this issue with this nappy, which is great. So when Aiden is on the move, and because he's walking around at 10 months, for goodness sake, and I have to wrestle him to actually put the nappies on, I am finding it a lot easier with a nappy like this, where the snaps and the poppers are actually very much easier to snap together. So I must say that's something that I'm very happy with. The next thing I was going to mention is the fact that I think that because there's so many poppers all around, so firstly you can actually use this nappy in varying different sizes. So the usual, you can actually make it smaller, you can basically increase and decrease the length of the underside of the nappy using the popper system, but also the sides. I feel like there are a lot more poppers, so I really do feel like this nappy will last us until he's 2 years old, and when he's much bigger, because he is 10 months old now, but he's bigger for his size. But I actually feel like because there are poppers on the side as well, so if he is to get bigger, I don't need to worry about the nappy not fitting, because it is roomy there, there's lots of space, so I will no doubt use this nappy until we are potty trained. The other thing that I found that some nappies don't have, whereas this one does, is the fact that you have the poppers on the inside as well as the two outside as well. Some nappies sort of just forget about it and just have a two or even just one. So I like the fact that there is reinforcement on those poppers, because Aiden has started to pull off the nappy, so this is much harder for him to actually take it off completely. And I don't know if you've seen my Bambino Mio ones, actually, because they've got Velcro, he is currently just taking it off. So it is going to be very tricky when it comes to the summer and when he's wearing just a nappy, because he will be taking that Velcro off without a problem, whereas these poppers, I think they're very much more secure. I've videoed some footage especially for you so that you can see how I fold these inserts specifically for boy or girl, so you can see both varieties and will make it last longer for you. As I said in my vlog, so if you've been watching those, you will see that actually this nappy, it's actually really slim because it's only 2 layers, and I don't have to add extras to it like I would to loads of my microfiber ones and cheaper brands. So I actually found that this lasts us much longer. It's absolutely perfect. With great quality, obviously also comes the price tag. With a pocket nappy and 2 inserts, you shouldn't be surprised, but yes, the nappy cost me just under £17. But in my opinion, it was well worth the money for all the reasons that I've just said, from the fact that it lasts us a long time, it's slim, it's beautiful, and basically although it does take a long time to dry, we can use some of the other nappies that we've got, and then we use this one when we know we need something durable, something that doesn't leak, and something that lasts a long time. So yes, for me, it's well worth the money. I often get questions around the washing system, so how often do I wash and how do I wash? So basically, I wash every 2 days. I have tried every 3 days, but currently it's not working for us because I find that there are a lot of nappies to put on the air, and I find that I'm running out of space and stuff. But anyway, I actually accidentally washed this nappy a little bit too high of a temperature, so the recommended amount is 40 degrees, but I accidentally washed it at 50 and it was absolutely fine. So probably if I continue to do it, perhaps the material will wear down, but I've found no issues with washing it at 50 at the moment. Because it's a small business and it's very fresh, there's only one place that you can buy it at, and I'm going to add a link down below so that you can do so now if you wanted to. The other thing that I'm going to do for you is give you a voucher code that you can use and actually get 10% off. Isn't that awesome? If you do go and end up buying one of these nappies, make sure to use this and make sure to get some money off. Thank you so much for watching this video and for joining me for another brand review on reusable nappies. If you did enjoy it and you want to see more, there are more coming. The next one is going to be all around Belle's bums. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and do share with your friends so that we can inspire them to start their reusable nappies journey if they haven't already. Thanks so much, and until next time.